Hi, I am IT PhD and today we continue our adventures in C language and we're making our small text game. Let's make it more interesting. So what so far we have? We have a program where we could tell our name and then we could fight with a goblin. The problem is that all goblins, they kinda drop the same amount of gold, 15 gold. It's like Goblin Mommy said, okay, little goblin, here you 15 gold pieces to spend in the dungeon. So all goblins, they have the same 15 gold. So it's not realistic and kind of boring. So let's make better. To do so, we will make our random number generator. To use it, there is also a library to do so. So let's first understand how it works. So there is a library which called stdlib, standard library. Let's include it. Yeah, of course. By the way, we use global edge, but for now, let's, as we're training, let's do it here. So everything will be at your eyes. So this library we included to be able to use such function, rand. And by default, if we will just use this function like this, by default, this function, it's return as a random number. So it's number up to 32,767. Yeah, so it's from 0 to this value. So let's test it. Let's just create here printf, and we will just printf some random number. So we will just summon this function without any initialization of any variable. We'll just summon it to see, is it true? And let's do something like this. So and let's call it roll the dice. Roll the dice. So if we will compile it, you see, roll the dice, and we have this. Yeah. Okay, why we have such huge value? So let's first we will check what's maximum constant for our random number. So max on the dice, it's 2 billion. Okay, so yeah, it depends on the system, on the compiler. So in my setup, random dice returns, random function return such value up to 2 billions. But yeah, in the past, when I tested it at other PCs, it was like this. So for us, it's this value. Anyway, so yeah, you see, we could roll the dice. Let's go back. And the thing is that if we will try to roll it like this, like let's roll 4 numbers, and we will have here 4 different numbers, you see? Yeah, they're all 4 different. So let's just copy them, just in a case. And I'll paste here, so you will see why I'm doing it. So we generated these 4 numbers. So now let's run our program again, and by logic we should get new numbers. So let's generate it. Bam! And we have actually 4 the same numbers. Let's try again. Why it's so? We're using random generation. It's because of random generation comes from the seed. It's called like a seed, and it's kind of number. And this number, it's start sequence of some calculations, after which we have some predefined results. So to affect this seed, we have function crand. So if we would put here, for example, 5, then we will have such values. If we will put here like 111, we will have different values. So it depends on this seed. The thing is that one of the most kind of traditional and easy way to have random number generation, kind of pseudo-random number generation, but still it's using time. When I just started learning C language, I was really I read a book and there was some stuff about time. I thought, oh, time, it's so boring. Why would I ever need time function? But actually, in all projects, almost everywhere, it's widely used. So you need to learn how operate time and how operate library, time library. So it's very important thing, which used in a lot of games and everywhere. So to summon this library, we use include time age. And now we could make this function. Let's first print time, just so you will see how the syntax is for the time. So current time, and we will just summon it here, time, and here we will put null. The thing is that we have very strange number here, because we know, current time, it's 12 50 so it's kind of almost 1 o'clock. But we have here very strange things. What does it mean? It means it's seconds. It's kind of Unix time, it's called, and it's how much seconds passed from like 9070 or something like this. So you see 56 60, now 64. You see, it's number of seconds. That's why it's quite cool thing to use it. There are a lot of different functions in time library, so you could show time in different ways. But actually, for random number generation, we'll talk about it later. For random number generation, this seconds is just really perfect thing to have. So we take this number of seconds and we put it to the seed. This way, every time we will have a different random number, pseudo-random number, because it's different time. So if we would run now, you see 90, 62, 12. Let's run again. You see 21, 15. So it's how we could make our generation of random numbers better. Of course, it's not also the most best way, because it's still possible to predict it, and some cool hacker could do it. So there are some ways how to kind of make it better. It's not really hard. There are some libraries for it or some formulas. It's kind of math. But for now, you could Google just. But for now, it's all right for us. For our game, it's all right. So in a lot of games, this stuff used. The good thing is that it's very fast. So still, we do not want to have such huge numbers. You see how our goblin, how he will deal with holding so much gold, like 1.5 billion of gold. It's too much for him. We want to make smaller numbers. How to do so? So to do so, we will use modulo operation. And here I need to explain what is it, because it's also kind of, maybe you heard about it at school, but almost certainly you forgot about it. And I myself, when I started learning coding, it also was a kind of trouble to understand what modulo is. It's all right. So let's learn what is modulo. And we will just train. We will take number 28 and we will perform modulo operation. By the way, to have a percent sign here, we have this specificator, %d or %c, %s, and to be able to put percent sign, you should press it twice. So 28 modulo 10 will be, so let's just insert it here and you will see the result. Bam, it's 8. And you may already guess what we are doing. So modulo, it's leftover. So when we divide 28 by 10, we have we divide without any leftover twice, yeah, and we can't divide it more with whole part. That's why 8 is left. So if we will try to divide, for example, 13, then our, yeah, I forgot to add it here, of course. Then our model will become 0, because now we do not have any leftover. And it's what basically module is. It's super useful thing in C language, and in any program it's widely used, this operation. Why? Because C language, he could compute such operation very fast. So even if we compute it with like this billions, for C language it's super easy to do it. So what we are going to do, we want to have random number generation. We want it to generate us numbers, like for example from 5 till 15, yeah, so it will be random. But how to get such values? The thing is that let's make it like let's put here a big number, for example something like this, just random. So if we divide this big number by 10, yeah, let's paste it here, what the result will be? Let's take a look. The result is 1. So if we will change this last number on 2, the result will be, okay, I again forgot here, the result will be 2. Okay, and if I'll put it like 9, the result will be 9. Yeah, because we kind of dividing by 10, so we could just remove all this stuff before, because we divided without any leftover, and the only thing left 10. So if we want to have our random number generation from 0 to 10, we just divide it by 10. So we just make module operation by 10. If we want, for example, to have it from 0 till like 15, we put here 15. So if we do it like this, we will always have number which wouldn't be higher. You see? That's why you just type this program, and you would and try it more, and you will understand if something is hard. It's all right. I mean, this module, we do not use it in real life. So yeah. So here what we will do, we will do the same thing. Let's remove all this stuff for now. We will just apply module of 15 to our random number. Okay, let's simplify it, so we will have from 0 till 15. And let's run it. Now we always will have numbers up to 15. So now let's put, it's what we want. Now let's put it to our kind of live program. So we move our libraries which we used to our global library. Again, yeah, it's kind of better designed to put all libraries to their appropriate files. But for the simplicity of our tutorial, we have one global H, so it will be easier for you to see the logic of programs. So it's all right. And we also can, yeah, let's just copy it, all this stuff. We'll copy it to the here, to our battle function. Now here we make our seed. Then we will make our player gold equal to random model by module of 15. So we will generate up to 15 gold. Let's call it like generate up to 15 gold. Let's call this better to be precise in coding. So let's now try it. Our name. And now we could attack goblin. You see, now we get 9 gold. Now we get 10 gold. So we have 19. Now we have 4 gold. This goblin was poor. And you see, it's kind of fun. It's kind of our game now become much more alive and much more like RPG style. The same thing we could do, for example, with goblin hit points. We could make goblin hit points more diverse, like it will be from 1 to 3 hit points. Sometimes you will kill it with a 1 blow, sometimes with like 5 hit points. Maybe it will be major goblin, so it's like your homework. If you would like to change it, might be fun. So that's it for now. We learned a lot. We learned 2 new libraries, time and tdlib. We learned random, and this thing, it's widely used in C language. Thank you very much for watching. In our next video we will continue make interesting things. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a good day. Bye bye.